Hello, darlings, and a very warm, wibbly wobbly welcome to Sunday Night Live. And how are you, my lovelies? I hope that you have had nothing less than an absolutely splendid day. I hope you had a bacon butty for breakfast. I hope you had a fantastic Sunday lunch. And I hope that you had a bit of good old spiritual enlightenment when you went to church this morning, this afternoon, or indeed this evening, or perhaps for the more devout of you, all three. Yes, I hope that you have spent some time quietly conversing with whichever is your deity of choice, and that you feel succored secured rather than succored, and just generally warm and comforted from the experience. And I hope that you had a jolly nice bath. Hopefully you got in first and you didn't have to go in after your partner and the children. And I hope you enjoyed drying yourself off in front of the fire whilst watching songs of praise, and then, of course, Bullseye and 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. I haven't lost it. I've got loads of exciting news to share with you, darlings, but before I get onto that, I am going to catch up with your absolutely lovely comments. I'm going to wade through them like, well, I don't know what I'm going to wade through them like, to be absolutely honest. Like Jeremy Clarkson wading through his flooded streaming thing. Don't know where I was going with that. Never mind. Sophie. Oh, that's an early one. That's an early wine hiccupy burpy type thing, isn't it? I'd better have a drink. I've earned this today. Cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Clink if you're also beveraging with me. And if not, up yours, bottoms up, your very good health. What? Not half. I should cocoa. What? Ooh. Oh gosh, that is very nice and very welcome. Sophie, the lovely Sophie, is with us tonight and says, "Hi everyone, how are you all on this lovely Sunday night? I'm just chilling. Glad you're chilling, and I hope everybody's okay too. But most of all, how is my best friend Boaty?" says Sophie. "How has your day and night been?" Well, best friend, it's been nice, really. It's been nice. I had another later night than I intended to last night, and I drank 1 or 2 glasses of wine more than I intended to. And so I wasn't at my absolute sparkling best this morning, it must be said. However, I went on to do great things today. More on that story later. Oh, yes. Hope you've had a good day, my lovely. The M11 is here. channel member, and says, "Hey, Soph, sounds like you're having a lovely, relaxing evening. Hope you had a good day also." And of course, hello to everybody in the chat tonight. And to the exquisitely delectable Boaty. That's me, folks. Exquisite and delectable. You know, in a half light if you squint a bit. Peter P is with us and says, "Hi, Sophie, and good evening, all. I'm just a bit envious of Boaty's beefy goodness today." "Oh, God, me too," Peter, says the M11. "Looked incredible." It was. It was absolutely lovely. And as I said I was going to, I had half today with my roast potatoes and Yorkshire pudding and green beans and lovely beefy, winey gravy. And I've got half in that fridge right there, darlings. And that will be going down my little red lane on Tuesday or Wednesday with homemade chips, some onions, some oven fried onions, if you accept such a premise, and an exquisite sauce au poivre that I will make with my own fair hand. There's going to be a bit of booze in it as well. I'm going to do a good boozy one, so I'm looking forward to that. The beef was so tender you could cut it with a fork, darlings. Although I didn't. I stuck to tradition and I cut it with a knife, with one of my Arthur Price International steak knives. Oh yeah, I didn't get my posh steak knife out. I have got really posh steak knives. They were a home warming gift when I moved into Farcorth. But I only get those out for really special occasions. You know, for today, the old Arthur Price International did the trick very nicely. Oh, balls. Ah! I thank you. Good evening, Boaty and all, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh, Ivor Spotty Butty. He's Ivor Spotty Butty. He's Ivor Spotty Butty. Oh, and he's Andrew Buttigieg. He's both. Oh, hang on. Now then. Right. Okay. Right. Now I am confused. So, Ivor Spotty Butty says, "Hello, Boaty and everyone." And then Andrew Buttigieg says, "A very good evening, Boaty and everyone." So, is our Andrew swapping in between accounts, or has somebody else set up an Ivor Spotty Butty account? Well, we shall see, shan't we? Now you're just confusing me, Andrew, says Emma Mellons. Naughty Andrew, says Ivor Spotty Butty, who then goes on to say, "Jimmy. Hi all, hope you're well," says David Fisher, channel member. Oh, yes. Good evening, David. I'm grand. Hope you are too. Matron is here and says, "Evening all." And Emma Mellon says, "I thought it was going to chuck the willy waving cloth onto the candle and set fire to it then." It's bound to happen one of these days, isn't it? I've not got a very accurate willy bung. God, I had no idea I was going to say that then. Dear me. Things you never thought you were going to say. I don't have a very accurate willy bung. That came out of nowhere. Oh, that could go on a t-shirt, couldn't it? I might tell Top Gear's Steve Berry that tomorrow. But then again, I might not, because chances are I'm not going to get a word in edgeways. Bless him. I was talking to somebody today who actually knows him quite well. And I I said, "So you know him pretty well then?" He said, "Oh yeah. He said, I've known him for a while, quite a while. And yeah, we've met and chatted countless times." And then he stopped and reflected. He said, "I don't think he actually knows who I am though, or knows my name, because in all the times that I've met him, I don't think I've actually said anything." Didn't get a chance. And I had a little giggle at that, because when I met Steve, the one and only time that I've met Steve, I didn't really get a word in edgeways either. I think I said about 12 words. over the space of 2 hours. And then, of course, he said to Mustard after the event, during a phone call or whatever, he said he liked my sense of humour. And I thought, well, how do you know? I only said 12 words and I didn't think you listened to them. How do you know you like my sense of humour? But there we are. I'm really, really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm really quite excited about it. Food today, says Matron. Cucumber and cream cheese. Then later was a burger, a sausage, a chicken and chorizo skewer, and managed to get tara masalata and ketchup all over the place, in my hair, on my phone, up my jumper, and I sat in it. Right, we don't want a burnt willy now, Emma, says Andrew. We certainly don't. Oh, and Matron adds, this was at a barbecue what my daughters did. Were there any burnt willies on the barbecue, Matron asked the M11. Captain Mustard is right in our midst and says, hello, trumpets. Rusty one. Oh, no, that's a trombone, isn't it? Mustard, what a lovely surprise, says the M11's Melons. Hi, Rusty Mustard, says Peter P. Hello, Mustard, says Matron. Emma, Peter, Tracy, says Mustard. My chicken skewer, says Matron. Looked like one. It looked like a burnt willy. The daughter's boyfriend laughed a lot. As long as I'm in the bath before Neil, it's a good bath, says Ivor Spotty Butty. Up yours, Boaty, says Mustard. Oh, dear. Watch that Spotty Butty, Andrew, says Emma. Are you offering, Emma? Replies Spotty Butty. Yes, M11, says Sophie. My day has been okay. Neil left this afternoon to go to work and I have been lazing around. I was completely hungover most of the day, says Matron, but it didn't stop me rubbing one out. And this was due to me drinking way too much last night, watching telly, and then talking to various loonies until silly o'clock. And speaking of Neil, here he is, Neil Gibbons, aka the Gibbonator, aka the very, very, very nice man, who says, hello all. Driving back home, I'll be listening in for 15 minutes. Thank you for being so precise. Funny that, Trace, says the M11, because I was also talking to various loonies until silly o'clock. There we are. Hello, Toasty, says the wonderful Simone of the fantastic YouTube channel, Hooked, and I'll repeat that, Hooked on Classics. Oh, yeah. Simone is hooked on classics. When it comes to a classic, Simone is hooked right on it. And if there's one thing that she's hooked on, it's a classic. Oh, yeah, I can tell you that. And in my opinion, and it is just my opinion, that is very much to her credit. Now, I'll be honest with you, Simone. What I would love to see on your Hooked on Classics channel, I would like to see you representing the element of fire via the medium of dance. So if you could do that for me, I'd be very grateful indeed. Thank you very much. And I am a channel member of yours, remember? So I think you have a moral duty to listen to my request. And that goes for all of you channel members of mine, you wonderful, delightful, fantastically amazing people who support me on a monthly basis. And I'm very, very grateful to you. Oh, and given the chance, I'd show my gratitude in a very physical manner. Oh, yes. Where was I? Oh, yeah. If any of you have got a video that you would like me to do, you have only to ask. And it will happen because you, my inner scrotum, I am the Jeanette Cranky to your Rod Hull. You operate me as firmly as if you actually had all of your fists up my bottom. Now, I'm glad that you don't, but but that's basically the kind of scenario that we've got going on here. Yeah. I mean, you guys, you support me. That means you get to control me, but not in a nasty, narcissistic kind of control way. No, in a fun, friendly, using plenty of lube before getting your fist up there type of way. Oh, yeah. Because quite honestly, that is the kind of relationship that we've got. And I love it. Oh, oh. Where was I? Whew. Oh, yeah, Neil was driving home, wasn't he? And, Simone was here. That was it. I remember that. I remember now. I could give you constipation, says Captain Mustard. Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose if you made lunch, it would probably be 649 egg sandwiches. So that would give me constipation. I'd be well and truly egg bound. There may have been another meaning to that, but quite honestly, I don't want to think about that because I've got to face him over the caravan table tomorrow. And I don't want any other images in my mind. Thank you very much. I've got a couple of ideas for tomorrow's video. Oh, yes. I'm a man who has occasional ideas. I was going to tell you some of the fantastic news, wasn't I? But I'm going to go into the fantastic news bits with the big one. Right, prepare yourselves. Sit down, okay? This is exciting. This is potentially huge. And for me personally, genuinely, it could be life-changing. Literally. Okay. I was surfing around on YouTube this afternoon before I was going for my Sunday afternoon bath, which turned out not to be a bath because it's too hot for a bath. I had a nice lukewarm shower instead, which was very nice. I found some footage of Alanis Morissette singing live on America's Got Talent last year, late 2023. Here comes the news. Alanis Morissette is once again just about doable. There you go. She's, well, I don't know what she's done. Put the knife and fork down, I suppose. And she is pretty much, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she is doable. So that creates possibilities. So basically, I need to rethink my life plans because my life recently has gone along on the basis that Alanis Morissette is just a lost opportunity. 20 years ago, certainly. Now, not possible. But I've got to reset my mind. So that means that I need to do certain things in order to allow the universe to make things happen. So I need to, well, what do I need to do? I need to get a complete new set of teeth fitted. I need to lose a bit of weight. I need to get this baby's head taken off my face so that I don't look like some kind of ogre-like troll that should be living under a bridge somewhere. And I need to become a lot more successful. And I need to develop some charisma and personality. And then all I need to do is to somehow cause Alanis Morissette's marriage to break down so that she becomes available, and then just woo her, because she, to me, looks like a lady who likes to be wooed. And as far as I'm concerned, she can be as wooed as she likes with me. Oh, yes. So that's very exciting news, darlings. And, work will begin. Well, I don't like procrastinating, but quite honestly, we've got to be realistic. I've been to work tonight. Oh, and I had friends come into the restaurant to celebrate a family birthday. And that was lovely. Absolutely lovely. So I've been to work. I'm doing a live stream. Then I need to get some supper, prepare for tomorrow, get a little bit drunk, So realistically, preparation for Operation Morissette can't really begin until tomorrow morning. But Tomorrow morning it begins, darlings. Yeah. So, you know, I'm sure that I will have your support in this quest of mine. I suppose I'll have to learn how to speak Canadian. I could drag Charlotte Gobray in to help, couldn't I? She's Canadian. She's famous. She must know Alanis. And obviously, me and Charlotte, as you know, we're like that. Oh, yeah. She knows which side of the bread roll her bread roll is buttered, or something like that, anyway. Oh, God, it's warm in here. Whew. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Sophie says, good, Boaty. I'm glad that you're okay and had a lovely day. That's kind of you. Ivor Spotty Botty says, the casual rubbing one out slipped in here. And Matron quite rightly says, well, it would do, wouldn't it, Spotty Botty? Indeed. Did you see my film, Boaty? Asks Simone. Not yet. I've only had about 5 minutes to myself today, and quite honestly, an Alanis Morissette thing popped up, and I just went with that. And no, I'm glad I did, because I got that news. Nobody told me. There was no news flash. I mean, you'd think it'd be on the BBC, wouldn't you? Breaking news: Alanis Morissette is doable again. But there you go. Certainly none of you told me. Mustard didn't tell me. My best friend didn't tell me. Probably because he's trying to keep it for himself. Good luck with that. Fire in the element of dance, like the tales of the unexpected beginning. Don't help her, matron. I want it to be all her own work. Don't give her ideas. The roses look like they could self-combust if you want fire, Boaty, says Peter P. Yeah, it's kind of time they went, isn't it? Dancing? On film? Me? Says Simone. That is not a good thing. Well, I'd like to see it. I want you to go to Wellington and make sure you film everything, says Matron, and then name it Wales, my story, just to be sure. Do you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to Wellington and make a video. And I'm going to dedicate it to Skip. I miss Skip. There you go. I'm on record. I miss Skip. Somebody asked me the other day if I miss cheeseburger. And I do kind of miss cheeseburger, but sometimes things work out. Things kind of work out for the best. I see Cheesy on Mustard's stream, so I know he's well, and there are no hard feelings or anything like that. He wished me well. I certainly wish him well, and he would be welcome back anytime. But I mean, Cheesy was hilarious because he was the ultimate master of shithousery. But that kind of stuff did lose me the odd subscriber, and I'm starting to get a few more less laddie types coming in now, and some more lady peeps, women type affairs. And if I do more stuff with Sean, then I'll probably get more coming over. And it's, in a way, as much as I miss him, it's probably not a bad thing that Cheesy isn't around, because they'd last about 5 minutes when Cheesy went off on one of his. Oh, blimey. He is funny, though. He is funny. Hello, Bossman, says Samrat, the lovely Samrat. Bless him. You've all seen him on video. You know Samrat. He's the main man in the restaurant. He's the chap that's there every day unless he's somewhere else. And he's a splendid fellow. He is actually. He's a lovely guy. You're going to see him properly on a video because he's coming to Wales with me. But good evening, sir. And Thank you for all of your efforts tonight. Very much appreciated. Tales of the Unexpected, says Spotty Botty. I loved the theme tune and the show. Oh, I've got to tell you something Samrat said to me. Right, this will make you laugh. He came on to one of the live streams a couple of nights ago, and he left a lovely comment. And he said, I waited about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, for you to read the comment. And after 25 minutes, you still hadn't read it, so I went to bed. He said, you want to think about this? He said, people will wait maximum 5 minutes for you to get to their comment and read it. They're not going to wait half an hour. I said, my bloody luck, dude. They've got no sodding choice. They know what I'm like. I'm always half an hour behind. So Samrat might have actually buggered off to bed already, for all I know. But I bet you he hasn't, because it's Tuesday, it's Monday tomorrow. We're closed. It's our day off. It's our party day tomorrow. But thank you for popping in, and namaskar, bye. Oh yeah. Where was I? No Northern Lights, Paul, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh, and don't forget a special feature on the Waddington car park phone box, and the statue of someone's cousin, and the shipwreck. I will do all of them. I would like you to make a film, says Mustard, thanking every single person that's ever commented on your videos. Blimey. Well, I'll tell you what, Mustard. Thank you for your suggestion. Now, I am somebody who prides myself that I reply to every single comment that is left on any of my videos. Sometimes it takes me a few days, maybe even a week, but I've replied to every single comment that has ever been left on any of my videos from day one. And I always will, unless I get really big and successful. But let's face it, with this shit, that's not going to happen. I always reply. So I don't need really to do a film thanking every person who's ever commented on one of my videos, because I've already thanked them by replying to them, and often thanking them in the reply. Whereas you, Mustard, dear boy, you reply to about 1% of your comments, which, quite frankly, I think is ungrateful and unacceptable. So, I'm going to suggest that you come up with another, more appropriate video suggestion for me, and that you take your own suggestion. I'm going to suggest that you make a video properly thanking everybody that has ever left a comment on any of your videos, and apologizing for not being asked to reply to it. Now then, I told him the Monday before last that one of his subscribers came over to me, not like defected. They didn't leave him and come to me, but they subscribed to me as well as Mustard. And they said, hello, they left me a comment saying, hello, I'm really enjoying your videos. I came to you from Project Nigel. And I replied saying, oh, thank you so much. I'm really glad you're enjoying the videos. And welcome to a channel that actually replies to the people who make the effort to leave a comment. And I meant it. Waddington is a place with an old proton? Asked Peter P. I don't know. Just got back, says Neil. Welcome home, darling. Would you like me to rub your feet or make you a cheese sandwich or something? Oh, and Sophie says, hello, Bab. Hope you're okay. She's talking to Neil, not us. She's not knocked up again, Boaty, says Ivor Spotty Botty. Right, I presume we're talking about Alanis there. Sherry is here. Got to be me. Says hello, everyone. Hi, Sherry. Says matron. Peter P says a new set of yak gnashers. Yep, absolutely. You need to get You need to get Alan's Morissette to subscribe to your channel. Says the M11. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, if we got married, then I'm sure she would. She might even appear on some videos. Yeah, you never know. I mean, everything's up for grabs, isn't it? You know, once you, well, yeah. It won't interfere with our thing, though, M11. Don't you worry about that. I won't let Alanis come in and muscle you out on a Monday night. It's not going to suddenly become, you know, I mean, Monday night is our thing. I'll send Alanis off to the bingo or something like that. Oh, this is massive news, says Captain Mustard. Sounds like a plan, says Ivor Spotty Botty. And Captain Mustard says Alanis is probably the most annoying person you'll ever meet. I doubt it, Mustard. I mean, I've met you. And Captain Mustard goes on to say, if Charlotte Church suddenly loses weight, I'm turning gay. Fucking hell. I'm going to send Charlotte some pies. I couldn't cope with a properly gay Mustard. I mean, he's bad enough at 40% gay. Imagine if he was like properly 100% gay. And plus, as we proved on a video, he is actually currently stronger than me, which he proved by beating me with both arms in an arm wrestle. He shouldn't have been allowed to use both arms, really. I was only using one, which suggests that if he became amorous in the caravan, I might not be able to put up enough of a struggle. So let's hope that Charlotte Church keeps putting in some good work with the old chopsticks. In fact, let's all send her a voucher for McDonald's or something. You know, when you get a receipt and you can fill in the survey and get a Big Mac and fries for $1.99. Let's send her a load of those. Oh God. Paul's got a young wife, says Jimmy Quinn. He wouldn't want an old dog, Boaty. Cheeseburger and skick, says Spotty Botty. 2 peas and a shithousery pod. Hey, Boaty. Hey, chat, says John Stoodley. I do get a text from Cheeseburger every so often. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Ed Usher is here. Ahoy, hoy, Boaty. Sorry I've not been contributing recently. John Horn took ill with a heart attack. Don't worry, he's had a new stent inserted and it scared the shit out of all of us. Bloody hell. Oh, blimey. You lying turd, says Mustard. What am I lying about? Oh, the glove has been thrown down, says Spotty Botty. Anyhow, I'm back with Angela and bottom feeding it. I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that, Ed Usher. How's the big jar of pickled onions coming along, says Mustard. Oh, dear. Oh, Saluki is here with us. Hello. Evening, gents, and a very good evening to you. Lovely to see you, and you're so welcome here. Oh, dear. Oh, thanks, Boaty, for not letting Alanis replace me on a Monday, says the M11. That Alan Morissette sounds like a wrong un, says Peter P. Oh, Ross is here, Dino Dad. Well, hello, what's the goss? Shows how messed up my day was, says Neil. I ended up in Rill. 2 hours to get home. Bloody hell, Rill. Captain Mustard says, okay, mate, let's sort it. Who's still in the closet, me or Boaty? Well, over to you. Boaty, definitely, says Matron. I agree, Boaty, says Neil. We've all heard what it sounds like falling out of a caravan, says Matron. Jimmy Quinn says, I think Boaty is a bisexual. Sir Lukey says, has anyone seen that Norm MacDonald bit? Ed Usher, I can't read that out, but no, absolutely. Right, but you can sod off as well, Neil. Bloody hell, I'm not taking this line down. Literally, I'm literally not taking this line down. Well, I tell you what, I think we should show them the film before they decide. Before they make a decision on which of us is in the closet, I think we should show them the film. And then they can properly decide. Because quite honestly, mate, you were a lot more convincing than I was. Oh dear. Oh, God. Oh dear. That film needs to be members only. ASAP, says. This film is like the fishing trip, says Neil. We need to see it. I'm a better actor, says Mustard. Well, are you? We shall see. I mean, the public will decide, dear boy. What we really should have a poll on, or some sort of thing, is how many words do you think Mustard and myself will manage to get in during tomorrow's lunch? And who will get more in, me or Mustard? Now, there might have been a poll on who's the biggest loudmouth or motormouth, me or Top Gear Steve Berry, but it's a no contest. It's a no I mean, I'll try harder tomorrow because there's going to be a video. But quite honestly, I know when I'm beaten. And to be fair, it's not like he just rattles on incessantly and bores you stiff. Everything that he says is interesting or funny or controversial, or so it's not like you actually want him to shut up or you want to interrupt him. He's got better stories than me, which is annoying. I hate it when people can out me. Boaty, you and I will take him down, says Mustard. God, we can try. We can try. I mean, what we'll have to do is we'll have to not eat. Boaty's dropped more boxers than Mike Tyson. This is an outrageous slur. I would consider myself European, says Sir Lukey. I'm definitely straight and love girls, and kissing men is just culture. Right, well, fair enough. I think Mustard will, says Matron. He'll get more words in. He knows him better. Boaty will be fangirling too hard to say more. Dear. Ivor Spotty Botty. Mr. Boaty. Boaty has been moonlighting on the lives as that slightly confused man with the badly applied makeup who's confused about their sexual orientation. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've had this conversation a million times. I wouldn't have minded in the least being gay, but I just happen not to be. You know, if I'd ever thought I was, I wouldn't have fought it. Looks great fun. But no. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I mean, I think Mustard is as straight as the next man. I don't think that he's gay at all. But if they, he's a nice, helpful man, is Mustard. And if they were really, really, really busy, then I think he might be prepared to help out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We need to vote on a new master of shithousery, Boaty, I think, says John. Poor Paul. No wonder. God. Right, I can't read most of these, darlings. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, what other amazing news was I going to tell you? Well, yes. Now then. God almighty, now we're on to bloody Mustard's Widge. Oh dear. There's too much of Mustard's Widge on this channel, if you ask me. Mustard would go down a treat in the gay community. I think he would. They'd love him because he's all sensitive and stuff, isn't he? And, he's got the long hair. He might need to shave, in some... I don't want to think about that. God. Right, exciting news. I've told you about Alanis. We've discussed my fantastic Sunday lunch, my beautifully rare roast beef. Pictures in the Facebook group, of course. He is cuddly, Spotty Botty, I agree. Right, yeah. So what I have done today is I have made my beautiful Becca Traffic Pro onboard gramophone in Sir Richard and Lady Morris, aka Dick a Dum Dum. I have done it. It wasn't easy, but I have made it Bluetooth. I took Dick a Dum Dum to work tonight. And I have been streaming my phone effortlessly and wonderfully. It was not straightforward, not by a long chalk. And let's just say that after various mishaps and breakages, I've got the gramophone back in. It's never coming out again. Not because I'm never going to take it out again, but just because it will never come out again. There were issues. I didn't film it. I was too hungover. But, let's gloss over the fact that it might have got a bit broken and there was much wailing and gnashing of teeth. I did actually burst into tears at one point, but I think that was the hangover and I was a bit too warm and sweaty. I think you're more likely to burst into tears when you're sweaty, aren't you? Or maybe that's just me. But the end result is it's working. It's a Becca Traffic Pro, possibly the most desirable onboard car stereo in the history of forever and one of the most valuable. Let's not deny it. And it is now fully Bluetoothed up. And if you're wondering how you do that, well, the Becca Traffic Pro has a doings on it for a CD stack system thingy. So it has a plug in the back. It does a couple of other things as well, but that plug is effectively for the stack CD thingy. So, and it has a setting on it to operate the stack CD. So, if you don't have a stack CD, which I don't, or you're willing to forego your stack CD, then you can take a Bluetooth module, a suitable Bluetooth module, and you can fashion it into a wiring harness to plug into your Better Traffic Pro, where the CD stack plug thing goes. And then all you have to do is pair your phone with the Bluetooth interface thingy. Then you have to go into the deep secret menu of the Becker Traffic Pro. And if you're wondering how I knew how to do that, then it was thanks to a very helpful YouTube video of somebody who owned a Ferrari 360, I think it was. And they'd done it and they showed you how to do it. So you go into the secret hidden menu bit in the option doings, and you manually change the auxiliary position from this to that, and then just Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You press the CD multiplier button, it goes on to brings up auxiliary, and it plays your Bluetooth. It's absolutely brilliant, and I am so happy. So that's another bit of today's fantastic news. Let's get up with some comments. Oh, I hope it's not still all about Mustard's cock. It has its own magnetic field. Oh, right. Okay, it is still about Mustard's cock. God. Mustard's Widge is a regular side character in Boaty's world. Oh my God, I'm not turning, I swear. I wish it wasn't. Saluki says, lies. We all know when the cameras turn off, it's a different story. I can guarantee behind that wooden door is a dungeon crawling with Boaty's secret gay lovers. I've never even come close. I've had amazing nights in gay pubs and gay clubs. I had a residency singing in a gay club. Absolutely loved it. Never been tempted once. It's almost like a test. I've told you the night that I bought, the night after I bought Ghost and Nightingales, the entertainment agency, or we bought, me and Mel, my business partner, we told you we had a night in Blackpool, and we went to the what was it called? I've told you this story so many times. Oh yeah, the Flying Handbag, which was the gay pub, and then on to the Pink Flamingo, the nightclub. I was absolutely, oh God, and I was dancing with some lovely men, and it was very enjoyable. But God, no, oh dear. I love gay men. I love them, but I couldn't love them if you know what I mean. I enjoy their company very much indeed, and I know that that's a generalization, but I was brought up as a child, you know, in very much in an atmosphere of alpha male men. And then I was brought up in my adult life. You know, you have a second upbringing when you've been a child, and then you have another kind of upbringing when you go out into the world of men, and you leave home and do all of that stuff. It's like another upbringing. And that was all very alpha male as well. And I don't mind the alpha male thing. I am a hugely competitive man. And I was a professional athlete, so I understand the competitive thing. I mean, I'm massively competitive, and I don't even mind the physical alpha male stuff. I mean, you know, I boxed, I played rugby, but it is rather lovely to be in a completely different atmosphere where nobody feels the need to pretend to be an alpha male, and it's just really, really refreshing. But when it comes down to the actuality of homosexuality, then how can I put this delicately? If you don't have any homosexual tendencies, then I don't think you could ever go anywhere near it, could you? Even as an experiment, because well, I mean, you just wouldn't want to. It would just I I genuinely can't imagine it. I genuinely can't imagine it. I've even turned down what I believe are known as MMF threesomes. Uh, I've turned those down because I couldn't be naked around another naked. Oh God, no, 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 no. I mean, MFF threesomes, absolutely lovely, lots of wonderful fun. I filled my boots on that one, but no, no. It's just a thing, I guess. If you're born straight, then you just can't get your head around that kind of thing. I don't find it offensive, not in the least. And like I say, if I had been born that way, I'd have been absolutely fine with that. As would I was going to say, as would my parents. I don't think my father would have been. My mother would have been absolutely fine. But yeah, if you're not born that way, then you can't really get your head around it. So even though you enjoy their company and think it's great and think it's all wonderful and lovely and live and let live and people are people and whatever, but the idea, oh God, the idea of actually getting it, oh no, 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 no. But jolly good luck to all that do. I mean, my philosophy on a lot of things, darlings, is I'm not sure that unless they're a criminal or a wrong-un in some way, I'm not sure that anybody should be judged on one particular preference or something like that. You know what I mean? So, and that comes down to all of the modern issues on trans people and all of that sort of thing. And are they entitled to identify as this or that or the other? And I'm not sure if we've ever really talked about this, but it is something that I'm quite interested in, and yet I'm also a little bit conflicted about. And I do have some opinions on all of that sort of thing. And interesting. I had no idea I was going to talk about this. I'm not even sure if I will. Pardon me, the old frog in the throat. I have various opinions on some of these things when it comes down to sporting issues. Definitely. I've definitely got opinions on that. Trans people in sports. Legal issues when it comes to trans people. I've got an opinion on that. But when it comes down to individuality in the trans community, then that's where it becomes a little bit more difficult. And sometimes I try to work out what my feelings actually are. And the nearest I can get to it is this. If somebody identifies as something and you don't know them, then don't worry about it. It's none of your business. And if somebody identifies as something or whatever, and you do know them, if you like them, then they're just your friend. And it doesn't matter what title or what interpretation of themselves they choose to have, or other people think that they should have. And it really doesn't matter. And the same goes back to going back to homosexuality. I've got lots of gay mates, lots of gay mates. There are gay friends of mine watch my videos, comment on them, watch the live streams and comment on them as well. And I think they're fabulous. But I don't think they're fabulous because they're gay. And I don't think they're not fabulous because they're gay. It doesn't matter because they're never going to be gay with me because I'm not gay. So it doesn't matter. Why worry about it? And I just think, oh, that's my mate so-and-so. And that's all there is to it, really. You know, that's my friend so-and-so. And if they happen to be gay in private or even in public, why in private? If they happen to be gay in public, if they happen to have been publicly married and kiss their husbands in a shopping centre, doesn't matter. It's just my friend, whoever it is. And that's kind of the way I feel about it. If you don't know them, doesn't matter. And if you do know them and you like them and they're your friend, then that's it. You like them and they're your friend. It doesn't matter what the hell they choose to do in their private life, you know, as long as it's not, you know, illegal or hurting anybody else. And it doesn't matter what they choose to identify as. They're just your mate. Leave it at that. God, that was unexpected, and it's almost taken us to the end of the year. End of the year, the end of the hour, the end of this. And I can't do a late one tonight, darlings. I've got to get to bed when I'm not too drunk. And I've got to be up relatively early in the morning. And I need to be on good form tomorrow to deal with having lunch with Top Gear Steve Berry and the potentially in the closet Captain. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. As I told you before, I didn't know if I would like Steve. I was excited to meet him because we have like mutual friends. I was obviously he was on Top Gear at the time with Quentin Wilson, and Quentin Wilson, I became, you know, really quite friendly with him. I sold him a car, I bought a car, and we used to have a good laugh. So I was quite excited to meet him, but I didn't know if I would like him. And I really, really, really did. So I'm really excited about tomorrow's lunch. Hopefully he'll turn up and it will happen. And it will happen, not happy. Where did I get to? Yeah, my pendulous witch never gets mentioned on my channel, says Mustard. Yeah, funny that. I would get it on a t-shirt, but it would have to be done on both sides of the shirt, says Neil. John is urging everyone to wave their willy around the caravan. And Neil says, Paul, next time you're live, I'll mention your witch for you, no problem. Go for it, Neil, says Mustard. No one will understand. Just dress like you do in the yard. They'll soon bloody understand then, mate. Captain Mustard, says Ed Usher. Have you ever... Oh, I can't read that. We've been skirting around Mustard's pendulous widge on his channel, says the M11, by discussing his fish and flatulence instead. Boaty March when, says Saluki. I don't know. Oh, hello. Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle has rocked up. The Leisure Peninsula, of course. How are you, Jason? Just entered the chest. What's this about some old lady you're meeting or marrying? Would it be the good Dame Edna? No, we were talking about Alanis Morissette, my dear. Isn't Dame Edna spending some time being dead for tax reasons at the moment? I'll go into detail with it, Paul, says Neil. Don't worry. I'll draw the picture for size reference. Pendulous widge is just so poetic, says Matron. I need a vest top with those words on, or if someone paid me enough, a tattoo. Skirting around Mustard's pendulous widge, Matron goes on. The only way not to fall over it, M11. I need a beanie with pendulous widge on it, says Ivor Spotty Botty. I can't read that. Car bumper stickers, says Sir Lukey. A tattoo of my own, which, says Mustard. Brilliant idea. I can have a life-size drawing on my forearm in the guise of a cucumber. Oh God, can we stop talking about Mustard's cock? God almighty. Try and remember, darlings, I am a self-obsessed narcissist. This is all supposed to be about me, not Mustard's unfeasibly large widge. Oh, God. You know, sometimes you just have to stop and have a little chuckle. When I signed up for YouTube, whenever it was, I had no idea that I would basically spend the rest of my life talking to an elderly iPhone X that's partly broken after work on a nightly basis, talking about my best friend's penis and what level of gayness one or the other of us has managed to achieve. Oh dear God. I'm not reading that out, M11. That's your warped mind. Definitely merch ideas, says Matron. Needs to be done on Boaty's World, with Mustard getting a cut of it as it's his witch. And Spotty Botty says, Mustard, your pendulous witch needs its own channel. I heard it was surgically grafted on, says Saluki, and used to belong to the late Princess Diana. Bring out the gimp, says Spotty Botty. I'm not reading that out, Neil. Boaty, when you were in a gay club, did you feel a bit of a cock, says Ed Usher. He only likes me because he thinks I'm gay, says Mustard. Oh, God. Mustard, says the M11. Whenever I pop onto your live, I always see viewers asking you if you are gay. You should work that, bring in more views. He does look a bit gay, doesn't he? Let's be honest. He looks lots more gay than me. I can't believe this is a bloody competition now as to... Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. I tell you what. How good a video would that be? Mustard and Boaty go to a gay club. That would get a few bloody views, wouldn't it? Then we'd see who's gay and who's not. Mustard cup, right? Actually, yeah, right. Challenge time. I can claim quite reasonably, and I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud not to be gay. I'm just factually not gay. Like I've said, wouldn't bother me if I was, but I'm not. And I can show that, I can demonstrate that by the fact that I've spent a lot of time around gay people. I've performed in gay nightclubs. I've had nights out with gay men in gay pubs and gay clubs. Admittedly, I was with a woman at the time, but, you know, still counts. And I've danced with gay men late at night when drunk in a gay nightclub, and I still went home with the woman. So that is proof. Whereas Mustard, what proof has Mustard got that he's not gay? Has he ever put himself to the test? Well, you know, you might well ask that. So I think in order to give you, the viewers, a better insight into Mustard's potential for gayness, Mustard should do what I have done, and he should get himself to a gay pub or a gay club and dance with some nice men. And, you know, just see if he still goes home to his wife, or if he thinks, hello, this looks fun. So let's do that. Let's make a video. Mustard and Boaty go camping. Let's recreate something that I've actually done in real life. Me and Mustard, without any women, we should go to Blackpool one night and we should go for a drink in the Flying Handbag, if it's still there. And then we should go to the Pink Flamingo nightclub, if that is still there. No women with us, just two chaps, one of them camp damp and hairy, and see what the evening brings. And then we will have a full breakdown after the event. I'm up for that. I'm well and truly up for that. That would be a bloody brilliant video. And then, if he comes out of that and he's still married and he hasn't popped his little pendulous witch into any random bodies or vice versa, then he, like me, can claim to be categorically not gay. Not that that's anything to be proud of, or that being gay is anything to feel unproud of. It's a wonderful thing. God, what a conversation. I can't read that out, Ed Usher. Right, I've been in a foursome MMMF, never ever again. I couldn't have done it the first time, Spotty Botty. That's yeah, there have been opportunities, but no, that just seemed weird to me. Not for me, says Neil. Churning someone else's porridge is a no-no. Steve W is here and says, what do camp horses eat? Hey. I can't read that. What? I like MFI. I had a bunk bed from them, says Ross. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh God. Oh, good evening. Is this a good time to pop in, says Barry Scrotter. Perfect timing, says Spotty Botty. Barry, run for the hills, says Neil. Somebody ping Boaty and tell him to hurry up and read the comments. It's best he doesn't, says Saluki. I will read the comments and then I'm going to bugger off. It's time to go, darlings. It is time to go. Oh, tomorrow night, episode 2 of whatever we call it, Emma and Boaty's Monday Night Live. It's going to be brilliant. I actually had somebody come into this is no lie. Somebody came into the restaurant tonight and said, I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. I said, are you? And they said, yeah, you and Emma. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. The flirting between you is outrageous. Right, brilliant. See you tomorrow night. Genuinely, that happened. As Matron talks about crossing streams, my lives are starting to cross. My restaurant life is becoming more and more intertwined with my YouTube life, and my Mustard life is becoming more and more intertwined with my Boaty life. Oh, let's not talk about me and Mustard being intertwined, shall we? Not given the subject matter. That could only end up badly. It's a funny old world, says Baddy Scrotter. I had an embarrassing time today. Night all, I'm off to sleep, says Simone. Very sensibly. Mustard like a roughy. Baddy Scrotter says, Mustard is like a roughy, tufty sort of gay. Boat is more like a gaylord. Night all, have a lovely sleep, says Sophie. Mustard and Boaty do gay, says the M11. Who looks the most gay in an MGF? God. So Luke says, Mustard and Boaty discover what that hole in the toilet stall is for. Oh, right, we're doing video titles now. Mustard and Boaty do 2 Viagra each and then visit a gay bar. Yes, let's do it, says Mustard. Not Blackpool, though. Okay, I'm seriously, I'm up for that. That would be a brilliant video. You and me doing a gay pub or a gay bar or whatever, or a gay nightclub. I can confirm that the flying handbag is there, says Neil. Well, we won't ask how, you know, but thank you for that. Oh, interesting from Matron. BJs and HJs are the action of choice for most gay men, says Matron, who claims to know about this. Backdoor action is done mostly by straight couples, apparently. There you are. Ed Usher says, Boaty and Captain Mustard, Mr. Partridge would give you... Oh, no, I can't read that. The man who protesteth the most is the guiltiest, says Spotty Botty. Boaty must be gay, he likes talking about it, says Jimmy. You keep bringing it up, you lot. Episode 2 of Emma Does Boaty, says Peter P. Blackpool will promote Captain Mustard to Major Bender. Oh, and Neil is claiming he went in with Sophie, if you must know. Of course you did, Neil. Yeah, of course you did. So let's go in this pub. Looks nice. Oh, look, there's a gay stripper there. Gosh, I had no idea that was happening. Maybe we should all go in there. See how many of us come out still proclaiming to be straight. Oh, God, that was funny. That was funny. Right, say your goodnight, darlings. It's time to bugger off. Food news. Noodles, baby. It's a noodles night. I'm super excited about that. Well, actually, it's a double bonus night. Noodles and... Oh, that's delicious. Very spicy chicken wings, because Prem, the tandoor chef, lost another bet and had to buy chicken wings that we marinated overnight. Cooked on a sheik in the tandoor. And we've got them and we've got some noodles. I'm properly looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. She was the one who wanted to go in, claims Neil. Okay, we believe you, Neil. Of course we do. Matron says, good night. Oh, Jimmy Quinn says night all. And Matron says night all. See you all tomorrow at 10 p.m. here. Yeah, 10 p.m. tomorrow, darlings. Emma and Boaty's Monday Night Live. And Alanis Morissette will not be butting in. If she tries, and I imagine you never know who's watching a live stream, and you never know who's going to go telling tales to somebody who wasn't watching the live stream. And I imagine that by this time tomorrow, Alanis is going to know what I've said. Somebody's going to tell her, or she is secretly watching. But let me assure you, Alanis will not be butting in on me and Emma tomorrow night. No, absolutely not. It's going to be me, Emma, and our joint inner scrotums only. So do join in, darlings. Do tune in. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. And it's going to, who knows who's going to pop in? Who knows who will view it? We're going to be all vertical. There are going to be random people who've got no idea who we are and might come in and insult us. And that's always fun. And it is an earlier start, 10 o'clock. Don't be late. Don't miss out. You'll only regret it. The M11 has got some new improved features. Personally, I can genuinely say I've put no effort into improving it whatsoever. So yeah, night all. See you all tomorrow at 10 p.m. here. And if Mustard is alive, I'll see some of you there as well. Good night, chat, says John Stoodley. Good night, Boaty, mate. Stay safe. A very good night to all, says Peter P. It would be an eye-opening experience going to a gay bar, says Spotty Botty. And then Matron said something I can't read out. I shall look forward to invading your space again tomorrow night, Boaty, says the M11. I'm looking forward to it myself. Good night. Keep your things tight, says Barry Scrotter. God. Oh, not the eye that winks, but oh, God almighty. Oh, this is horrendous. I think you should both try a night out in Liverpool, says Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, the Leisure Peninsula. Go horse riding around Liverpool. There are a few gay clubs. Well, Bernard might rock up. Sherry says, I'm not asking now, but I'm just curious if you've ever told why you got divorced. Have a good day off and good luck with your Alanis pursuit. Thank you. I don't know if I've ever told why I got divorced. It's an interesting story, and I don't know if I've ever told you. Tell me if I have. Or at least I don't know if I've ever told you the absolute truth. Because it's a bit unusual, and everybody thinks that I'm a total idiot. Everybody that knows the real story. I'm not going to do it now. It's 17 minutes past when we should have finished. But just let me know if I have or not, and I'll go there at some point. 10 o'clock, says Mustard. Tomorrow, says Matron. Bollocks to you all. Okay, don't hype up the new singular feature too much, Boaty, says the M11. See you with M11 on Monday Night Live, says Mr. Stephen Paddy. Night all, says stay slack, says Dino Dad. Sweet dreams all and have a gay day tomorrow. Good night, gorgeous. Boaty, says the M11. Boaty, do a rendition of like a 9-stone cowboy. Oh, save the divorce for Tuesday. Good shout, Matron. Yeah. Well, I've been walking these streets so long, you know, just singing the same old song. Well, I know every crack in the dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get lost. And that's enough of that. All right, darlings, thank you so much for your company. I've loved tonight, actually. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a good laugh. Haven't come up with the title for this yet. I'll have to have a think. Oh, that would do, like a 9-stone cowboy. That would do as a title, wouldn't it? Brilliant live tonight, everyone. Say Spotty Botty. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Start now. Yeah, please, darlings, all have a safe and peaceful night. Good luck for Monday if you're back to work or whatever. And have the best day that you can tomorrow. Take joy where you can. Take care of those you love and those that love you. And of course, take the best care that you can of yourself. And above all, tune in tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, for Emma and Boaty's Monday Night Live. And we will see you then. And yeah, have a great Monday. All the love in the world from me. Thank you so much again. And on that note, Pachu and indeed, like a 9-stone cowboy. Bosh.